New insight tonight in a road rage case in which Joe Starkey, a fixture in the Jacksonville music scene, was shot and killed. We are hearing from his family for the first time.
The deadly shooting happened Wednesday on December 10th. And tonight, our Biljana Garland is joining us from the family's attorney's office, where the family is pleading for justice.
Joe Starkey's family says they're struggling to understand why no arrests have been made yet, even though a suspect turned himself in. This case is still under investigation, and we're hearing from the family about how this loss impacted them.
He took away my husband. He took away his father.
Both Joe Starkey's wife, Tina, and son, Damien, are now grieving a loss they say they're struggling to understand. For decades, Starkey was a familiar face and sound across Jacksonville's music scene, a guitarist, vocalist, producer, and sound engineer. The family's attorney, John Phillips, says Joe Starkey and his wife, Tina, were driving home after a night out earlier this month at a restaurant when they noticed a Jeep swerving and driving erratically. Phillips says Joe Starkey tried to avoid the vehicle, but Phillips says the driver aggressively passed them and slammed on his brakes. Starkey chose to continue home, but Phillips says the Jeep followed and continued harassing Starkey and his wife. Before making his final turn, Phillips says Starkey pulled over and got out of his car on St. John's Bluff Road South.
Joe got out of his car, in part to protect his wife who'd recently had surgery, in part just to say, hey, what the heck? What's so urgent? Why are you putting us in danger?
And this guy just shot him. And then I was trying to stop the bleeding, and I was kissing him.
Phillips says Starkey was unarmed. JSO says the suspected shooter turned himself in, but after interviews with the homicide detectives, the man was released. No arrests and no charges. The family's attorney says the formerly suspected shooter is acting on the Stand Your Ground law, which says you can shoot when defending yourself.
We just have nothing to go on other than, my dad's dead.
I reached out to the state's attorney's office about why the previous suspect was released. They say they're refraining from making any comments about the case while it is still under investigation. In Jacksonville, I'm Biljana Garland, First Coast News on your side.